Hey guys, what's up? It's Rob J here, and welcome to the next tutorial in a series of video tutorials on how to create a Dmod. It's been a while, but we're back, and this time we're going over visions. Now, visions are very easy to grasp. They don't really take much learning compared to other stuff. I mean, once you learn it, you're pretty much, pretty good with it. Doesn't take much practice, and there's not really much to learn, but I'm going to show you. Basically, all you need to know is that it uses the required global. This won't even extend for me, but yeah, that's why. There we go. We went over the required globals in a previous tutorial. It uses the required global here and vision, which is a required global in the main.c, which handles the visions, which I'll explain to you right now. So let's open Orbs of the Realm, or OOTR, Dmod we've been working on throughout the tutorials. And I think the last thing we did in terms of development in this tutorial mod thing was this tree here, yeah. And basically what we did with the tree was we made it that to recap, that green guy wanted us to take out the tree. We got the tree poison. We came back and talked to the tree, and basically it said that if you let me live, I'll tell you something very useful about Dink C, and then I can't talk here, I run risk of being deleted. And then we said, well, you can't go elsewhere, but it's wrong, I'm a magic tree. When it is time, you'll find me and I'll tell you more. And then it disappeared. Okay, so now we can go back and tell the green guy that the tree has disappeared. In other words, we've solved the quest. And I'll use this part of the plot in order to demonstrate visions. Visions are very useful. What they allow you to do is basically, if you press V, you'll see the default vision is 0. Now, when vision is set to 0, basically everything we've put down is vision 0, everything we've put down when creating this Dmod. Now when the vision is set to 0, everything that we've put down can be seen. When the vision is set to 1, like that, if we get a sprite, when the sprite page loads, there we go, and put that sprite down, everything on vision 0 and 1 will be seen. So if we change the vision back to 0 now, the fence will disappear, because the fence is vision number 1. Okay? Now, if we change the vision to 2 and put a sprite down, let's put this axe down, just here, everything from vision 0 and 2 will be displayed, but not vision 1. So you can see a pattern going here. So if we go back to 1, there's a fence, go back to 0. So what it is vision 0 is always seen no matter what the vision value is, and then everything above that, only those of that vision will be displayed. So vision 1, everything of vision 0 and everything of vision 1. Vision 2, everything of vision 0, which is this guy, and everything of vision 2. There are two ways to set a sprite's vision. Let me just delete these. One of them I just showed you is to simply change the vision and then put the sprite down. Or you can right click on the sprite, press properties, and where it says vision just here, change it to 1, press OK. See, it's disappeared. If we go to vision 1, there it is. Let's change it back to 0. There we go. So we're back on vision 0. Now, what I want you to make sure of right now is, when you're demodding, don't do this, because I've done it a heap of times, is don't accidentally leave your vision on like 1 or 2 or something and then continue demodding, put a whole heap of crap down that you're meant to be on vision 0, because then by the time you find out, you go test out your Dmod, you won't be able to see any of it, and that's because you've put it down under another vision. You have to go change it all after that. So let's continue the plot. Okay, so basically what we're going to do is let Dink talk to this guy and tell him the tree is taken care of. So we'll do that by adding another if statement. So let's go back and find out what the story variable now equals after the tree's disappeared. As we can see, and story equals 4. So go back, go into the guy's script, and let's go through and have a look. So in the talk procedure, this is not going to run because story doesn't equal 0, it equals 4. If and story greater than 0, so this will run. Okay, so the guy is going to say, have you shut that tree up yet? And Dink is going to say, I'm working on it. Now we don't want him to say that anymore because he's solved it. So what we'll do is we'll add another if statement right here actually and say if end story lower than 4, then Dink can say that line, because that means he hasn't taken care of the tree yet. Okay? And then I'm going to actually go down here. You can put, you know, the if statement anywhere here, but I like to keep it in order. We got, you know, 2, 3, I'll put 4 down here. So if end story equals 4, then it's going to do everything between these brackets, and the story equals 4 if the tree's disappeared. Okay, so basically the guy has still said, have you shut that tree up yet? So now we can just go on from that conversation from up there, and what we're going to do is we're going to have Dink come across and say, yes, that tree will not bother you anymore. Right, the guy say, awesome, so you killed it with the poison? Have Dink say, yes, I did. That's exactly what I did. Because obviously he's lying. I'll have the guy say, good. I think you should check out the village on top of the mountain. Current sprite. I'm not explaining, you know, what one and current sprite refers to, because I've explained it a million times in previous tutorials. If you don't know, then go back there. And actually we're going to have the same guy talk here, the same sprite, so I'm not going to put a wait line. And he's going to say, I heard they are having problems with monster infestation. I'll just, yeah, there we go. And then Dink will say, whoops, okay, how do I get there though? Guy will say, oops, what am I doing? The guy will say, there is a cave to the north. And that'll be it. And Dink, thanks. I'll check it out. Okay, and then we'll go end story equals 5. So that'll be that. Save. Okay, so now what'll happen is we'll talk to this guy, and he's going to say there's a cave to the north. Now there isn't actually a cave to the north at this point, but we're going to use visions to make a cave appear to the north. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab cave, this one, put it about here. You can put it wherever, and what you want to do is you want to make sure the hard box here, this grey box, make sure it goes outside of the cliff hardness, which it does a tiny bit there, which that's good, because Dink needs to be able to touch that. That is, we're going to actually script this cave in a later video as a scripted warp with touch damage, and the touch damage depends on when Dink actually touches the hard box, so he has to be able to touch the hard box. So for now we'll leave that there, and we're going to put that cave on vision 1. Now, obviously that's not going to appear when Dink walks on that screen, because it's vision 1, and by default only vision 0 sprites appear, so we need to make that sprite appear, but only when Dink's done this whole quest and talks to this guy again about the cave. So in order to change a vision, it must be changed in the screen's base script, so you can't do it in a sprite on the screen. It has to be right click properties on the screen itself, attach a script, so we'll just call it what screen number is it? 368. So we'll call it we'll just call it 368 just because we can. And we'll make a main procedure. It has to be changed in the main procedure of the screen script. So let's do this right now. And we do an if statement, if and story equals 5, because that means he's talked to the guy about the cave. Alright, and vision equals 1. And what that will do is it'll make sure that cave appears. There we go. I'm going to save it and play it to test it out. Have a look here. Let's load a game, and just going to turn this down. There we go. And okay. So let's have a look around here. The cave's not there yet. Speed up. I still haven't showed you how to use that cheat script yet for developing. I will do that in the next video. I know I said that last time, but that will come. So that's still a bit loud. There we go. At least through my headphones. Okay, let's load the other game. Actually, it seems they might both be at the same point, but hopefully not. Have you shot that trout yet? I'm working on it. I think I need to kill it. I have some tree poison in my house. Just had to find it. Okay, so right to the tree poison. That's alright. Let's go get the tree poison as soon as this decides to load. Go. There's a bag of tree poison. We get that. And what we'll do is talk to the tree. Poison, via demise, blah blah blah. We've already read all this. The tree's going to disappear. And now we're going to go lie to the guy about killing it. First, let's save the game so we can start from here later on. Save it on 3. And talk to this guy. Have you shut that tree up yet? Yes, that tree will not bother you anymore. Awesome, so you killed it with the poison. Yes, I did. That's exactly what I did. Good, I think you should check out the village on top of the mountain. I heard they are having problems with monster infestations. Okay, how do I get there though? There's the cave to the north. Think I'll check it out. And if we go up, there's the cave. Obviously we can't enter it yet, but we know the vision worked, so that's the main thing. Okay, so that's that. What we'll actually do for now, what we can simply do is we can attach a script to it called cave void main procedure. So main procedure. We're going to give it a touch damage of -1. And current sprite -1. Now basically this is needed, as I showed you in a previous tutorial in the poison bag script. A touch damage of -1 is needed to run a touch procedure. And then we're going to give it a touch procedure. And we're not actually going to script it to warp yet, but what we'll do is if story equals 5, we're just going to have it freeze Dink. Then we change the touch damage back to 0 after the freeze, so that it doesn't keep resetting the touch procedure. And we're going to have Dink move, so move stop 1, 2. This is also taught in a previous tutorial, I'm not going to explain it again. So move stop 1, 2, and then we'll find the Y value, so we'll put it about here, 274. 274 and 1. And then we'll have Dink say, actually, that cave is really dark. I might need... actually, you know what? I'll go, that cave seems dangerous. I should find a weapon. And then we need to unfreeze Dink. And put the touch damage back to -1. And we'll put that before the unfreeze, just because that's how I think it should be. It would work after the unfreeze, but it just seems more logical to me. Save that. So now what'll happen is Dink will just touch it and he'll walk to about here and he'll say, that actually seems really scary, I should get a weapon. Let's give that a go. Right now. Let's actually load number 3. The cave's not there yet, that's good. And we'll just skip all this. Go up here, touch the cave, he'll move down. Actually, that cave seems dangerous, so I should find a weapon. So, that's visions. So, yeah, I have a play around with that. So if it's unclear, I can help you out. Just send me a message or post a message over on the Dink Network forums. They're very helpful over there, and I will see you in the next tutorial. See you then.